Carl Irwin, the Common Magician. I'm back. Here's another video. There's two videos today. This is a forum response to a discussion that's been going on. I've already talked about this a bit before. In the last video, I actually talked about some of the stuff in the last one that I did. But this is a specific response to a forum, and I much rather speak than type, because you can see a person here, and it's not there's no ambiguity to what I mean if you can hear me saying it. So the question is about TV rights and magic. So a person sells an effect and they claim TV rights, performance rights essentially, to perform the magic. And the question is what does that mean? What are they referring to? Well, in copyright law, I know this as a musician. I'm a member of ASCAP, a composer member and a publisher member. I deal with rights in that realm all the time, and that's where this law applies. It's not exclusively to music, but it's to any kind of art form that can be affixed to paper or to a recorded medium, something that has been created and can be demonstrated as being created because it's been affixed to something. Performance rights refer to these things. So a song has been written, and the performance rights would say that that song can only be performed if proper financial attribution has been granted to the creator. And these groups like BMI and ASCAP, they manage the rights for people that are members, unless a person wants to manage those rights on their own, which is very difficult, because it's much easier for a venue to pay the license fee to BMI so that they have this blanket license to perform or to record or whatever. There's mechanical rights too. That's a whole other subject. But in order to put that work out into the public very easily, they just pay their blanket fee and they do that. Otherwise, they're registering to do specific pieces, one piece at a time. And that usually requires having to contact the agent of the creator or something like that. This is how copyright law applies to creations. Magical effects and methods don't fit that, right? Scripts do. So a story, a script, some kind of presentation certainly fits in that category, because it is something that is, it is a work that is scripted out, written down, and then can be reproduced. An effect is a phenomenon, right? And I've talked about this before. And likewise, a method is just an occult, underlying, hidden manner by which that effect is accomplished. These things are not easily protected by the copyright law. Those are protected. Effects are not protected at all. Methods are protected by one thing only. They're protected by secrets. That's it. A method is only protected by a secret. Once the secret is out, or once a method is presumed correctly and accurately, then it is, it's free. It's free for anybody to do. If I want to levitate something, right? The secret in someone's levitation would be that they have wires. Someone else's secret in levitation might be that they have a platform. I can't protect levitation and prevent someone from performing that on television, right? And I can't protect the method, because anyone could deduce that doing it with wires, right? I could make a patent on my contraption, but once I make a patent on the contraption, the secret is out because the patent is public. Okay, this is part of being a magician. If you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen. That's all I'm saying. It's just part of being a magician. That's the way it works. Now, magic societies have ethics, right? They have their own ethical guidelines. That's great. I'm not saying I don't agree with those. I'm a magician. If I'm going to be a member of a magic society, then I have to employ those ethics, but those ethics are relative to that society. They are not all-encompassing. Anybody who could care less about magic is not an unethical person because they don't care about the magician's code. Doesn't make them a bad person, doesn't make them unethical. It makes them unable to be a member in that society, formal or informal, as a magician or not. I'm not saying these things because I'm telling you how I feel about magic. I'm telling you this because it's just the truth. It's just you can't get around it, right? I'm a magician. I don't just go blowing every secret that I have. I'm a teacher too. I teach magic. I believe in magic. I believe that people ought to be performing magic in their everyday lives. I don't believe in the magician as a professional exclusively. I believe in the magician as I believe in a musician, right? Magician, musician, same thing to me. I don't believe in the exclusivity of writing music. I don't believe in the exclusivity of performing magic. So therefore I teach concepts and whatnot. I also don't believe that there's such a thing really as beginner magic and advanced magic. I think there's magic principles in the ways. I think there's a difference between a mature performer and an immature performer. That's what I think, right? You can use very accessible methods and perform very mature magic. So I don't really differentiate in terms of methodology when I teach, and I don't give up the farm either. There are some things I do that I don't share. There's some things that I do share. There's some things that I do that I sell, right? And I accept the consequences of selling it. In that I have given up the secret. My secret is not protected by my sales. My medium is protected by my sales. The download itself, or whatever it is, the thing I make, that's what's protected by law. So now about this idea about arbitration, the magic code is arbitrary. It is something that fits the whim of the magic society. It's how they feel about maintaining secrets. It's arbitrary because it is not a universal truth. There are people out there, very large groups of people, great people, who hate magic. They don't believe in it. They don't believe in the performance of magic, even if it is solicited, and even if the spectator knowingly indulges in it, right? That it's a consensual thing. They don't believe in it because it is deception. They absolutely, morally, on their arbitration, they believe that is bad, that it is immoral. I don't agree with that. That's not where I'm at. I'm just telling you that those people are out there. And if you're going to talk about ethics, you can't just throw them out. You have to recognize that their ethics for their society is the same as the ethics for the magicians, for the magic society. It is arbitration, straight up arbitration. It is not the law, and it can never be imported into the law. When you're looking at TV rights, you have to examine the law. You can look no further. Now, you can examine among magic societies that someone that is part of the magic society and supports the magician's code, our ethics that only apply to us, they don't apply to anybody else. Someone who supports those ethics cannot be in that fraternity and take a secret from someone that doesn't want the secret taken. Right? You can't be both. But you can't import that into the law. You can't make that blanket justification. Nobody's saying that. When we're talking about TV rights, you can only talk about the law. Otherwise, all you're talking about is who can be a member of a magician society. That's really what your discussion is. Yeah, and maybe that's a discussion some people are trying to have sometimes. But if that's the discussion, I don't have much of a discussion because it's pretty obvious, right? If you don't hold the magician's code, you can't be a magician formally, informally, or whatever. That's just the way it is. And then there's debate about what that is anyway. But And it's not that I don't care. I'm just telling you, I'm just telling you how it is. I'm just telling you the truth. Okay. So at the end of the day, there are people that do magic, people that love magic. I'm one of them. People that believe in secrets and the mystery and the power of secrets and the use of deception for entertainment and for enjoyment. I'm one of them. I believe in that firmly, like many of you. But I accept that I'm not the only person in the world, and that there's a lot of other people in the world that are good people that I love and I get along with, and they hate magic. And I don't care. I don't care. Whatever. I'm not going to do any for you. That's fine. Right? I'm certainly not going to tell you any secrets about it, and I'm certainly not going to point you to the project, my product pages. You know what I mean? And the kid, I say kid, but anybody that's on YouTube that exposes magic for the purpose of exposing magic. Obviously, they're not good for magic, but they're just not good for magic. It doesn't mean they're bad people. They believe in an ethic. And it's reasoned. It's arbitrary, right? To their relative standard. And they share it with a bunch of other people as well. It's the way it works. It's the way it works. If you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen. That's all there is to it, right? That's all I'm saying, right? So, TV rights. I think it's simple. If you don't want someone performing your effect on television, you know that the law can't protect the effect or the method very well. That's a hard legal battle. Don't sell it. I mean, that's the answer. So anyway, hopefully that makes sense and it's clear, what I'm saying. I'm not picking a fight with anybody. It's just the way it works, right? Magician's code is wonderful, but that's for magic societies. That's who that belongs to. That doesn't belong to other people. All you're doing is saying by not following the magician's code, you're not a magician. You don't fit into the society. Big deal. People don't care. I don't care about soccer. Don't care. Don't care about statistics. Don't care. Think it's a waste of time. Some people love it. It's just, we're all different. Who cares, right? Who cares? At the end of the day, I'm still here doing magic. You're still here doing magic. There's still people out there that enjoy magic. There's still people out there that hate it. This balance and equation is never going to change. And this isn't why I'm not going to lose any sleep over that. I'm going to keep performing magic, right? And keep teaching it so that other people can enjoy it and perform it as well. So anyway, good luck with that. Happy magicking.